Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. The latest with Biden's classified documents. Sheriffs refusing to enforce the law in Illinois. Greta is arrested. Maybe. And Cambridge, Massachusetts invents a word. And Bill will be back with the message of the day. But first, last Thursday, the White House spokesperson said the search for more of Biden's classified documents was completed. And then 5 more classified documents were found after that. So the spokesperson was asked, now is the search over? She refused to answer. Also, the White House has previously claimed that Joe Biden worked while taking trips to his Wilmington, Delaware home, but they're now claiming that his residence is personal, which is why there are no visitor logs. The state of Illinois became the 9th state to ban assault rifles. 74 sheriff departments across the state have publicly vowed to defy the law. They will not enforce it. And the governor has shot back. He said those members of law enforcement who fail to do their job won't be in their job. Climate activist Greta Thunberg was arrested by police in Germany during an anti-coal protest at a mine in a small village. Oh, it's horrible. There's video of poor little Greta getting carried away by mean old police officers. Now, new footage has since come out of her standing with the police officers, laughing, getting their pictures taken, and then being carried away on cue. In America, 22% of our electricity comes from coal. In Germany, it's 36%. But all the more necessary because 25% of their electricity is from natural gas, and over half of that is imported from Russia, which is why the price of electricity in Germany has gone up over 50%. The city of Cambridge, Massachusetts is hosting a youth sports event for Girls, Girlx. It's a free event for elementary school students from kindergarten through 5th grade, open to girls who want to get involved in local sports. A girlx is anyone who identifies as a girl or with girlhood. Very similar to Wimix and Latinx. The city of Davis, California, outside Sacramento, had an anonymous student survey. 6% of students identify as neither male nor female, and that does not include those kids who just claim to be of the opposite sex. It is a social contagion, and it's spreading. Bill O'Reilly will be back with the message of the day next.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On the No Spin News, my TV broadcast Monday night, I said I'm starting to dislike President Biden personally. That hasn't happened in my career. Every president in my lifetime has made mistakes, of course, but they didn't cause me to dislike them as people. Mr. Biden is an exception. In a speech marking the King federal holiday, the president basically said that America continues to hose African Americans and that he, Joe Biden, will triumph by putting an end to the systemic racism and voter suppression. As we know, the midterm election saw a record voter turnout. Mr. Biden is essentially casting himself as a savior to blacks who really need to be saved from him. The president has done all he can to create an entitlement class based on perceived grievance, while allowing hard drugs to stream into this country through the open southern border. Urban blacks especially are deeply and negatively affected by that. Biden's rhetoric is divisive, largely untruthful, and brutally unfair to a country that provides more opportunity than any other. So I don't much like this guy, whose civil rights voting record in the Senate is sketchy to say the least. I think Joe Biden is hurting all of us by exploiting race for political gain. I guess I could be misguided, but I don't think so. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. If you'd like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. You can reach me, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. Let's go to the mail. Jorge Diondor, Chihuahua, Mexico. Bill, as usual, you were right about your comments on Mexico. However, I want to point out a couple of things. In order to have the cartels smuggle, there has to be a demand for drugs in the USA, which Mexico did not create. And drugs are not distributed in the US by themselves. Someone does it. Correct on both points, Jorge? Okay? We are responsible, we, the United States of America, for buying narcotics, which causes violence and death all over the place. So the individual people who buy narcotics contribute to the death, no doubt. As far as the distribution is concerned, we have laws that you have to make cases against these cartels and organizations, crime organizations in this country. It takes time to do that. And now with the pro-criminal thing we have going on here, we're selling heroin and methamphetamine and even fentanyl isn't considered a violent crime or a terrible crime. We got a huge problem. So you are correct. Michael, drug cartels are the enemy of the U.S. and should be destroyed by force. That would mean we would have to go to semi-war with Mexico. But I agree, the Patriot Act should be enforced, cartels should be designated terrorists, and we should go and get them. That's for sure. Henry, who's the most responsible for the drug mess, the buyer or the seller? The seller, the pusher. Okay? The buyer is weak. The buyer is wrong. But the pusher is greedy and exploiting the weakness and doesn't care whether the buyer lives or dies. In a moment, something you might not know. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 765 years ago this week, that's a long time, 765 years ago, the golden age of Islam came crashing down. Invaders from the Far East sacked the Caliphate's capital. Over the course of 12 days, the Muslim world was conquered and ruined for centuries. Here is the story behind the Mongol siege of Baghdad. For 1,000 years, Baghdad, now in Iraq as you know, was a tiny fishing village on the Tigris River before being named the capital of the Islamic world in the 8th century. The town flourished into a major metropolis, attracting scholars, poets, artists. While most of Europe plunged into the Dark Ages, Baghdad became the academic center of the world. Far to the east in Central Asia, the Mongols united under a ruthless warrior named Genghis Khan. It would be his grandson who expanded the empire into the Middle East. The Mongol army, consisting of 150,000 riders on horseback, arrived on the outskirts of Baghdad in January 1258. The city held off invaders for nearly 2 weeks, but ultimately fell. Hundreds of thousands of people were slaughtered. Every building in Baghdad, including mosques, palaces, and markets, was destroyed. Among them, the world-famous House of Wisdom. Hundreds of thousands of priceless manuscripts and books were tossed into the Tigris River. Centuries of learning gone in days. The invaders immediately sentenced all Muslim scholars to death. At its height, the Mongol Empire extended from the South China Sea to present-day Romania. If you look at a map, it's amazing. The fall of Baghdad signaled the end of Islam's golden age. For the next 400 years, the Middle East and the Arabian Peninsula was ruled by smaller kingdoms and caliphates. The region would remain in turmoil until the rise of the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century. So, the Mongols distorted history for almost everyone in Asia and Europe. Back after this.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.